Hi, we are live. It looks like we're live. Yes, we are. Okay, this is France Vanstone. And well, I hope you guys are coming in and introducing yourself very soon. I want to know who's here. I know I'm here, and I'm going to be with you for an hour. We're going to draw together. This is the best thing I think that we can do right now is to obviously not be together physically, but gosh, isn't this neat? Oh, you know what? Let me put this away for a second because I want to talk about it in a minute. But for now, let's just give ourselves some room. So, hi, and I'm happy you're here, those of you who are. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? I'm not getting, oh, I think this is what's going on. I am not getting your comments here. I don't know why, but hold on. Let me try to let them show. View, scene. Otherwise, I'm going to have to look over at the... Yeah, why don't I see your comments on my end? Hold on a second, guys. I don't see your comments come into my screen here, and I need to see that. Show all utility windows, maybe. Not really. Ah, there we go. Okay. It doesn't really, it just suddenly showed me a whole lot. Okay, wow. All right. Let me backtrack and see who's here. Hi. Good morning. Okay. Oh my gosh, people from everywhere. Seattle, northern Spain, Netherlands, Tennessee, Quebec. Sylvie, hello. Danielle from Seattle. Esther from Switzerland. Oh my gosh, you must be 5 hours ahead, right? Because I don't think you guys have switched to l'heure d'été yet, right, Esther? John from Montreal, Quebec, England, Manitoba, Canada, Denmark. Hi, Michigan. Woo! I cannot name you all because otherwise it would take like 10 minutes from drawing. But I've got Corey from England. Danielle, oh great, you guys are kind of close geographically, that's great. Washington, you've probably noticed that I'm wearing glasses today because my eyes have been, I don't know, I guess not great lately, maybe because of all the time that I've spent in front of the computer teaching remotely this past week, I'm not sure. Madrid, oh this is great, South Carolina, um, Honolulu, my goodness. New Jersey, close to New York City. Yeah, hi, Megan. That's me. Michigan, LA, Belgium, Michigan again, Southern California, Virginia, Turkey, Colorado. Hi. Elsa is here. Hi, Elsa from Canada. This is great. New Mexico. Oh my gosh, I can go on and on. Wisconsin. I'm trying to keep track of who is here, and my vision is really. Oof. Robin, you're here from the Netherlands. Hi, Robin. Jessica, yay, woo. Um, Long Beach, New York. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you guys are here. Germany. Brett, you're here. Hi, Brett. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Ontario, Canada, from the UK, from France. Oh my gosh, a lot of people today. Dominican Republic and New Jersey. I'm so glad we're so close to each other, and yet, of course, impossible for us to get together. I'm gonna start, guys, and tell me what you are planning on using when you draw today. Oh my gosh, so many people! This is so exciting. Malaysia, wow. Oklahoma, New Brunswick in Canada, Cheryl, cool. So look, let's talk about what we're gonna draw and how we're gonna draw it. Are you ready? Oh, and are you ready, everybody? We're gonna do this next week too. So I want to do the same free get together. I mean, maybe we can plan for weekly. I would have no problem doing that. It motivates everybody, including me, to get out there in front of the camera and talk to people. That, I mean, it's crucial. So, and we're gonna see what we draw. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna post your work in a minute. But yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a big pen. So hold on, let me see if I can switch. How do I switch between two? Okay, here we go. So I have this big pen. It's not new, as you see, I've already used it quite a bit. It's a blue, and because it's clear, it's a medium. Okay. And I've decided to do big because, well, there's a strong chance that it's gonna go south. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna mess up. But if I do, stay with me. Oh my gosh, Rick from Kentucky, you're here, Rick. Hi. Hi, Chris. Hi, Anne from California. Okay. So today, and I think next week when I do this, I may not do pen. Maybe we're gonna switch things up a bit. But you know what? I think doing big pen today or any pen would be fun because it can go in any direction, don't you think? So I'm going to go with something that I cannot erase. And you know me enough by now to know that I am not going to start in pencil first. I'm just going to dive right in with my big pen, okay? All right, just so you know, also on Sketchy, if you want to take any class that I have currently, any class that I teach on Sketchy, between now and Sunday night, they're going to be buy one, get one free. So go ahead, get your hands on some classes and have fun. It can be those classes that, I have for teaching on traditional paper, but it could also be my Procreate class. I mean, go ahead, go on Sketchy Shop. You have a link underneath the video today that directs you to my classes. You can pick one and get one free with Bogo France. Yep, Bogo France. That's how you get a class for free. So, yay! So if you want to do that, please do help yourself. Okay. All right. So we are isolated, but boy, are we not isolated, right? Isn't that so cool that we're actually doing this together? In order to post your drawing at the end of this session, if you want to, head off to Sketchy Art School. Join the group if you haven't yet. It's free, Drawing with France. And you can post in this group that we have on Sketchy Art School everything that you're going to draw today. So, yeah, do that, absolutely. I'm so glad that some of you are signed up for the 30 Faces 30 days. Look, I'm going to show you something quickly. I have the 2020 census here. That's going to be, oh, by the way, sorry, correction. It's not Bogo France, it's France Bogo. My apologies. I've got the census paper here. This is what I'm going to use to wipe my pen on. So it's going to be right there on the side. That's my scrap paper to wipe my pen. I may also wipe my pen directly here on my moleskin. So, guys, oh, Marianne, good question. Does this include 30-day classes? No, Marianne. I believe this is only the classes that I teach alone. Though we may want to check with Sketchy for that. I'm pretty sure though that that only includes the classes that I teach myself. Let's see. Ah, okay, there we go. This is the answer from Sketchy on this. Ta ta ta. Okay. Oh, it does include my 30 Faces 30 days from January. Okay. All right. Um, guys, are you ready to talk about what we're going to draw and how we're going to draw it? Thank you, Anne. I really like my new space too. It's really high in ceilings. Take a look at that. It's huge. It's gigantic. Nobody needs that kind of height, but apparently that's what I chose. All right, so yes, Cynthia, I'm so glad that you have a census envelope. An envelope is a great way to wipe your pen, as you draw. Okay, are you ready? Let's bring in our muse today. Our muse is Sid, and there he is on the side there, right? You can see him right there. Okay, and I love this photo because, well, first of all, his expression is priceless, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun playing with the contrast in this photo. Take a look. Take a moment to really look at this picture. The link for the news photo is underneath this this video, so you can open it. And why don't we have it in front of us. I have it right there on my iPad. I have an iPad right there. So I'm going to be looking this way to look at my reference photo. I'm using my moleskin. This is not a very large moleskin. This is just a regular moleskin with a bunch of things in it. There's already a drawing here. I'm just going to use the next page. It's not going to be gigantic. And I'm doing this on purpose because I know that I have a really hard time finishing things in 1 hour otherwise. So I'm just going to draw on a fairly small space here. This is my regular moleskin. What are the dimensions of a moleskin usually? They're fairly small, but you see about the size of my hand here. That's about the size of the drawing that we're going to do together. Okay, everybody, let's start light. You know, when you start with a big pen like this, you want to start fairly lightly and make lines that are going to disappear later because you're going to cover over them. What we want to determine is maybe how big it's going to be on this page. So maybe from, oh my gosh, maybe the top part of the page. Okay, I need to kind of limit myself to this space, and this is where I'm going to make my face, okay? All right. So guys, let's start. Do you have a pen? Oh, there's no, Rebecca? You don't see a link for the muse? Yes, there is. It's called reference photo. Do you see it now? Reference photo right underneath us? Yes? I hope you can see it. Okay. All right, I'm going to dive in, guys. I'm going to dive in. We are about 12 minutes into this, and I'm going to kind of determine the shape of his face. Did you notice that he is, slanted in that direction? So what I like doing with a face that's slanted is make sure that I don't lose track by drawing a line that's going to be going across the face like this. So I know that everything follows this line. You probably don't see it very well. By the way, let's switch to this. Can you see this line that I drew very lightly here? That is the line of basically the axis of Sid's face, okay? And that will give me an idea of where the eyes and the nose and the mouth is going to go. And then according to this axis, I'm going to now go in and sort of draw. I mean, really, this is super light, guys. Super duper light. I know my eyes are going to be somewhere here. If you've ever followed a class with me, you know kind of how I proceed with things like this. Very lightly at first, obviously, and very tentatively. I mean, look, these lines are not pretty. Look at that. Ooh, right? Doesn't look good at first. That's okay. We're not going to put this in a museum, right? We're doing this to have fun. I mean, I am, that's for sure. Okay, the side of his face. And I want to determine kind of where his face, okay, the nose is going to be somewhere here. So again, like making a little circle for the nose, the mouth pretty much right underneath it. Okay. And the bottom of the face, which I want, you know what, I squeeze this a little too. Yeah, this is more like it. Okay, so are you guys drawing in pen? Do you want, oh, you want to see the sketchbook bigger so you can see it better? Okay. Hi, oh, Dana, you're here. Let me see if I can make this. Are you okay with me moving a little closer with my camera like this? Okay, how is that? Does this help in any way? This is going to be a little close. I hope that helps, although I think it's going to be too close because we're going to be missing the bottom of the face, guys. How about this? Is this okay for everybody? Let me know. And also, what I'd like you to let me know is what pen you're using. Are you guys using a pen like me, or did you decide to stay with pencil, maybe for comfort? Let me know. Okay, we're going to have eyebrows here. Guys, this is starting sketchily to say the least, right? Yes. Hello from down the shore, Michelle. You're at the shore. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I hope there's nobody there. I hope that not too many people have decided to go to the shore today. Remember that if you want to take any one of my class, you can go on Sketchy Shop and pick 2 classes because one of them will be free. So you buy one, you get one free, and boom. Okay. All right. I haven't touched the eyes yet, guys. Did you notice I'm just doing proportions right now and trying to determine where things are. Let's see. I did the circle for the nose, but obviously the nostrils go here right underneath. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Look at that face. This is hopefully keeping you smiling as well as me, right? Mouth underneath, looking very dubious. I love this shot. And a big line here, big wrinkle that's gonna go down this way. One not so pronounced on the other side because the light source comes from there, kind of like from out my window. There's a window right next to me. And like this, okay? I have not even touched one side of his face. Let's see if I can do this right. Ooh, I'm not doing it right. There's an ear starting about here. Nope, the ear is lower. My goodness. Guys, as you know, I'm doing all this in pen, so kind of hoping that things don't get too messed up. I think I got it. Just about. There's the bottom of the face. Neck. Okay, one thing that we were discussing with Jordan from Sketchy was the fact that this picture is pretty low res, so it doesn't give us a whole lot of sharp information. And so we have to deal with that, and that's okay because I'm choosing this particular reference photo because it's got tons of contrast, and I think I'd like to focus on the contrast rather than very specific things. What I mean by that is I'm going to be more interested in conveying light and other things rather than very clear lines. You'll see what I mean as we move along. There's a bit of ear here and maybe a little bit there. Okay. All right. What do you think, guys? Is it looking like a face so far? I think so. Yeah. So it is slanted, right? Let's keep that in mind. You've got your line across to keep that so that the thing doesn't get too distorted. And now that I'm feeling a little more secure in my proportions, guys, I'm gonna go and put eyes on this person, on Sid. Are you ready? Okay, where are they? Let's see. The nose is about here. And I'm thinking that the top of one eye is here, with the eyelid this way. Yeah, that seems about right. And then the eye itself goes this way. All right, let's see if I'm getting this right. Yeah. Don't want to go too dark at first, but when you start placing eyes and you're working in pen, you're pretty much committing, you know? So I'm committing to these lines. Boom. There. There's one. And I'm going to do the outline of the other, hoping for the best. I'm not a big fan of how far this got, but okay. Let's see if I can make it work. Yeah. Sometimes in the middle of your drawing, you have to step back, look at it and be like, yeah, I think I got it. The eyes are not too big compared to the rest. Okay, so if you feel pretty confident, then you add the eye itself, you know, the eyeball, which is always curved. Okay. Now I'm going a little bit bolder on my pen. It's definitely darker. Okay, what do you think, guys? Yeah. Is everybody working in pen? Oh, I'm missing some of the comments that are coming in. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to pause for a second because I noticed that I just got a whole lot of comments that I didn't see. Danielle, the muse is Sid, Sar, S-A-R-R. Okay, so you guys are using... Okay, Jessica, you're using pencil. I am going to... Okay, Cheryl, is this better? Actually, is this better? This might be better, right? Sorry, I didn't pay attention to that. Blue Pick, Uniball G2. Ooh, nice. Dawn, you're using the same. Okay. Okay. Kathleen, can you tell me what you mean by it was better before? Like a little further? Tell me. Okay, ballpoint pen, very good. Okay. From the light, cannot see it clear. Okay, let me try to fix doing in Procreate. Emily, I'm so happy you're here and I'm glad that you're doing this in Procreate. Dana, thank you for responding to the question. And I'm moving to the right, hopefully enough. Is that okay, guys? I'm sorry that I missed all these comments as I was drawing. Is this better? Okay, okay, thank you. D. Wade, okay, good. Gabe, you're just watching, that's cool too. Perfect. Some people are using big pen, a blue pick pencil, okay. All right, big pen also, excellent. Is this the right position? I am going to move a tiny bit away this way, but hold on, so that you can see more. How's this, better? Okay, all right, good. All right, so now let's continue with these eyes, okay? You know that there's a little bit of a light in those eyes, so this is what you need to leave out as you start drawing inside. The thing about having a big pen or a pen is obviously we cannot go and erase. So always think of leaving things out when you start, right? How's that? Okay. So there's one. And now I'm going to work on the other, and the other seems to have that square of light right in the middle of the eye, right? You see it too, right? Sorry for the sniffles, that's unbearable. So here I'm definitely applying more pressure. Does the face look elongated here? It could be, you know, it could be that I've stretched things. I wouldn't be surprised. I told you that drawing in pen, anything can happen. So you know, today we're drawing together. We're going to try not to aim for too much perfection. What do you say? We're just going to go for fun for now. I'm putting a little clip, this clip here, over on the other side because I keep having to hold my sketchbook and it's zero fun. Okay, let's add a little bit of what I see as eyelashes here. They're not prominent, but they're there. Okay. Darken this iris a little bit. All right. And remember that one thing you don't want to do under eyes is draw a line. It makes it look not too realistic. So I'm going to avoid that for now. I'm going to leave the eyes as they are. And now, guys, I'm going to go with a little bit of pressure for the things that I know are pretty much set. So you see, boom, I'm bringing in the eyebrows. Okay, pretty thick. Pressure, pressure. Remember, everybody who's joined us a little later, you can take any one of my classes on Sketchy Art School, and uh, if you buy a class, you get one free with France BOGO as a code. Everything is right underneath this video as far as links to get there. And after this, guys, we are going to post our work in Sketchy Art School. I'm wiping my pen right now on my census paper. We're going to post on Sketchy Art School, and we're going to share, because that's the whole idea. I mean, watching me draw, it's one thing, but I really want you to share what you did today. Okay, I'm now itching to crosshatch. You know, when I prepare a drawing like this, it's always just a good excuse to crosshatch. So I'm doing the dark stuff now, putting in the dark areas. But frankly, I am itching to bring in the volumes, guys. So shall we? Let's identify where things are dark. I see a lot of darkness here, so I am going to be going in now. Okay. So when I crosshatch, you know, this probably from seeing me do it either on Sketchy Art School or on Instagram if you followed some of the things I've done. I crosshatch by going from top to bottom. I bring the line close to me like this, right? And that helps me control that gesture. Okay, I'm not doing, see, Dana and Cynthia, I'm not doing the line under the eye yet, but you will see something is going to happen. And it's not going to be quite touching this. It will be there. There will be a space between that iris and the eyelid underneath. I mean, eyelid or the eye. I don't know exactly what it's called, to tell you the truth. Okay, so now I'm just adding basically dark. And don't hesitate, guys. If you want to crosshatch with me today, go for it. Go light on your pen at first. Where you're going to get dark is by going over and over and over. Okay, so we already have a little bit of a nose. And here, how does this work? Okay. Did you notice I'm always pulling those lines towards me? I never crosshatch going that way. I was crosshatch going towards me. It's a comfort thing. It's maybe a comfort blanket thing. I'm not sure, but security blanket kind of thing. But that's the way I do it, because that's how I can really control. Although I really don't like that word and everything that goes with it, but it really allows me to know what I'm doing. I am not doing something here with you that I usually do, is flipping my sketchbook around. I haven't done that too much yet. I haven't done it at all because I don't want to make you dizzy. But frankly, if I was drawing this alone, this sketchbook would be spinning in all directions, so that the one gesture I would be making would be towards me like this. You know what I mean? But I don't want to make you car sick, so I'm just gonna try to be gentle. Hey guys, you know this nose is round, right? So because it's round, a lot of my little lines here are following this roundness, kind of like in 3D, you know? Sometimes when they're short, they don't have to be that round. But if you make a long one, oh, sorry guys, I have to flip. Okay, can you still see okay? The reason why I'm flipping is because now I am adding volume, and as you know, it's far more comfortable to pull these lines towards me. Okay. A thing you want to know about drawing with a ballpoint pen like this is that if you start very hard, like, you know, with a lot of pressure, your ballpoint pen is going to want to drool like right away. And the best way to have that drooling not happen, to avoid it, is to just go very lightly on your pen, wipe it, go lightly, and wipe in anticipation of it drooling rather than after it drooled. Does that make sense? So basically, you have to anticipate, which is what I'm doing. I'm wiping before it gets a chance to, you know, to drool. Okay. Jenny, hi, hi, hi. I'm so glad you're here, Jenny. Jenny Kessinger. My gosh, we've done this sketchy thing together for a while now. I've been on Sketchy since 2016. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So a nose is emerging here a little bit, right? Did you notice? We're starting to get some kind of roundness out of this, but we're only getting started because now I'm itching to do a little bit of um, cross-hatching everywhere. You know, we're gonna have some here, we're gonna have some here. I have to move a little faster than I usually do, otherwise it will never get done, guys. Never get done in 1 hour. I know myself all too well. Is your pen feeling okay in your hand? Is it sort of responding to what you're trying to do? I hope it is. I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh, and Stacy, you're using a gel pen, of course, so you cannot really. That's a really interesting point, Stacy. When you use a gel pen, you basically don't have the control that we can have with this kind of pen, where the pressure really determines whether you're getting a thin, light line or not. But one thing you can do, Stacy, is if you want to show something a little lighter with a gel pen, space your lines. Let me show you very, very quickly, okay? Those of you who are also drawing. So, you know, when you want to do something dark, you can make your lines very close to one another like this, right? And simply, if you want to make things a little lighter, all you have to do is space them out. But you need to slow down, because the moment you space them out a little bit, I find that to be trickier, but it works. And that way you have different types of values. You can try that. Let me put this census paper on the side again. Okay, so let's see. Oh, what am I doing? France, what are you doing? I'm just drawing underneath the eyes now. Look, guys, I'm bringing in this eyelid, which is under his eye, but it's not touching his iris. Did you notice that? It's really a crucial little thing about drawing eyes. Adding tiny little bits of cross-hatching to populate, so to say, things underneath his eye. Okay. This is going to be very light because, as you've noticed on this photo, the light source is very much coming from this direction. We're going to go much darker on this side here. Okay. Okay. Again, pulling those lines towards me, right? My iPad is falling asleep, so I have to wake it up every now and then. I'm loving the amount of contrast that there is in this particular photo. I absolutely get a kick out of trying to convey all this. This is so cool. Okay. Again, resisting the urge to flip this sketchbook around, which would be really my reflex originally. See how I come back to an area and come back to it again and again to build those darker values, you know? Here too. Okay. I hope I'm not missing too many of your comments as I'm drawing. Okay, there's gonna be a little bit here too. Not much. Can you guys hear my chimes outside? It means we're getting a little bit of wind. I can't, I don't know about you, but I cannot think of a better way to spend an hour than sketching with people who enjoy sketching too. It's just, for me, this is it. This is the stuff I love. And the fact that we have the technology today to do this remotely um, is, is amazing, period. The fact that we have access to this and can do this. I'm blown away by the fact that technology has allowed us to stay together like this. Oh, okay, I'm done pontificating, okay? Yeah. Oh, here come the dark side, guys. Here it comes. This is where things are going to be much darker because we are on the side of the face that doesn't have the light source hitting. So I'm feeling much more comfortable, wiping the pen again, much more comfortable going a little more strongly on my pen. Than I was doing on the other side. Sniffles. Yeah, isn't it a great thing that we're able to do this? I mean, Sketchy was already, obviously a sketching community, but this really is taking things to a whole other level. You know, this technology, the fact that we are able across the world to meet at the same time and do something like this. And even if you can't attend live entirely, you can just watch this later. It's going to be on YouTube. And oh my gosh, love it. And again, for those of you who might have missed it, we're going to do this again next week. I think I'm going to use pencil next week to vary things, but yeah. Okay. Michelle, I cannot believe you're saying exactly the words that I've been saying to my students. And why I choose 1998, I don't know, but this is the exact date that I've been using. I've been saying, thank God this is not happening in 1998. I don't know why 1998 is the date for me, but I guess I remember I was teaching in 1998. But the fact that this is happening now is making it so much easier for us to not lose track of each other. And wow. Yep, 1998 is my, I don't know, is my expression to Michelle. It's funny, we're using the same thing. Okay. It is relaxing and comforting. I'm so glad, Jessica, that you feel this way. And even though I don't consider myself an introvert, I I'm not suffering from this lack of social contact. This is the kind of social contact that I absolutely love. So I'm perfectly okay with this. Okay. I know that I have people with us drawing today um, who are in middle school or high school, correct? Am I right? And I really hope you are having fun with this too. I know you're not my students exactly, but you are students of that age. Right, Elsa, I believe? Elsa, are you in 8th or ninth grade now? I'm sorry if I lost track. I think you're in 8th. I could be wrong. Oh, Michelle, that's funny. You heard it. You heard me say it to Danny. That's funny. Okay, I understand now. Okay. Ooh, look at all the dark that we have to cover here. So now my pen is going to start acting up because as I go very with a lot of pressure on my pen is going to want to drool. And you know what? If it drools in areas that are supposed to be dark, I say, rock on, pen, drool, I don't care. But you know, when it's on areas that we really don't want to mess up too badly, then it's not a welcome thing. Okay, still pulling and cross-hatching here. And by pulling, I mean like pulling the strokes towards me. So Elsa, you are in middle school in 8th grade. Yes, okay. Dana, any tips on creases in the face? Yes, so when I approach, you know what, hopefully we'll have time to see this part here. I want to show you how to avoid having lines that look like they've just been like, like too, okay, let me just flip this around a little bit. Are you still with me? That look like they're going to be cartoony. We don't want to aim too much for that. So we're going to do a lot of blending when we get to these lines in his face. Okay, sorry, flipping things around here, guys. I hope you can still see, okay? The thing when you draw in a sketchbook, and I know those of you who love sketchbooks have exactly the same issues, is that when you draw in a sketchbook, things are soft underneath, so it's not really ideal. It's not too much of a problem when you're going very lightly on your pen, as I am now. But when you want to render, dark areas, you really have to press hard. And that's when the pen wants to draw, and that's when the paper on the side really comes in handy. Okay. Trying to fill in where it is that I see dark. You see here, there's definitely a darker spot. Okay, here we go. Those of you who have taken 30 Faces, 30 Days in January, you probably remember that I am not always a fan of drawing wrinkles on a forehead. I tend to leave foreheads very much unfinished when given the choice, and I think I am going to go in that direction today. Still very much conveying the dark side of things here. Okay, I'm trying to put this back right. Okay, you still... Yep. Okay. Oh my gosh, hello from Bangalore, India. Wow. Annette from France. I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. And I need a tissue. I'll be right back. I apologize. I should have brought my tissues on my table. But guess what? I didn't think about that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Are we doing all right? You know I'm probably not going to be able to finish this at all, but I definitely want to touch on how we're going to deal with the wrinkles and some of the details on his face. So let me move it a little faster here. This again doesn't touch the iris. The inside here is much darker. Here I'm putting a little bit of pressure. See what I'm doing? Yeah. And there is also this, wiping the pen before it drools. Okay. Oh, thank you for the bless you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I didn't expect to be cold, but I get cold very, very quickly, especially when I'm static like this and I'm just drawing. And yeah, I get cold. Okay, let me add just a tiny bit of dark here, but not too much. And you know, inside an eye, things are rarely just white. Things are far more realistic when you add a little bit of darkness inside an eye. It's amazing how it just makes things a little. Again, not that I don't like cartoony, don't get me wrong, but it just makes things a tiny bit more realistic, right? I'm moving at a faster pace here so that I can cover ground. Okay. I don't think I have a cold, but I think, and Annie, you are so right about my high ceilings. My gosh, you are so right. Okay. Um, so, you are a school librarian. Okay, beautiful. So, look, what I'm using as software is something called Ecamm, and it's for Macs. I'm using a Mac. And Ecamm allows you to have two cameras hooked up at the same time, which is the case here. There's one on my paper and one on me, and you can embed one into the other. Ecamm is Ecamm, and it's an amazing tool to make things like what we're doing happen. So I hope this helps, and if you're a school librarian, try to get your school to pay for an Ecamm subscription, perhaps. It's $15 a month or $12 a month if you go by the year. And it's way worth it. It's a really great tool. All right, Dana, I'm about to answer your question about the lines on the face, right? Are you guys ready? Okay, Kim, you're gonna redo yours in pencil and add pen. That's cool, no problem. I do not know the Loomis method. I don't know what that is, but maybe you can explain it to us, because you know, I'm kind of learning things on my own as I go. All right, so look, Dana, my line is super thin, right? What I want to do is add cross-hatching up to it, but also on it, because I don't want it to be a line. I want it to sort of fade in that little bump that it creates on his face. Do you see what I'm doing? So always keeping track of where I put my cross-hatching very lightly, because I'm going to come back and add more pressure in a minute. See, I'm going light again, right? Very lightly. And as I'm approaching these lines on his face, look, there is one here too, right? I'm gonna work this so it's super thin right now. I don't like this because this is too much of a line. So what I do is I crosshatch on top very thinly to blend it and make it look less like a line but more like a crease. Although, to tell you the truth, I don't know if it's truly a crease in this particular case here, but that's okay. I just don't want it to look like a, you know, a line. Thank you, Jamie. I'm glad that you're enjoying this because I am too. I am also, I'm also looking forward to doing this next week and the week after that. Oh, and again, building, building, building the dark, building. Adding the pressure, wiping the pen before it gives me a headache, right? Wiping that pen away before we get a big blob of ink and be like, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go down this line here and again, you know, pulling the lines towards me. Not really worrying about what it looks like because I'm gonna come back. Again, flipping here, you will understand why, because as I make this gesture, it's easier. See, that's the whole thing when you crosshatch. Again, if I was doing this on my own, I would constantly be going this way, that way, and you guys would be, as I said, getting car sick, and that's not my goal for today. So now I'm going to tackle this particular, let's call it a wrinkle. It's okay. So bringing a darker stroke right up to it, but then blending it on the other side. You see what I'm trying to do? Because it is a little bumpy there on the face. And I want to show that. Oh, and Vicky, you have a very good question. Will you post the finished drawing later? Absolutely, because I'm going to put this on Sketchy Art School, which is what I hope you guys will do too. You know, it's free to join my group on Sketchy Art School, to join the group Drawing with France. This is where we're going to post our masterpieces, guys. That's where they're going, right? I hope you guys can do. Oh man, I have to flip, guys. I am so sorry. I have to, because when I work this blending that I do here on this line, so that it's not just a line, I really have to do this. See what I'm doing here? Very small little lines, very light. And then darkening inside it and blending it out into the lighter area. And now, since I see that it's much darker on the other side, I feel safe doing this. Now they're just like straight lines, but it doesn't matter because when you crosshatch, you always add stuff to it that is going to build on it. You know, there is such a thing as building a background and then adding. And thank goodness for these glasses, guys, because can't tell you. If anything, my vision has been suffering this year. It was only for driving, but now these glasses are coming in handy for a lot of things. How are we doing? Yeah. Thank you for telling me to flip away. You can handle it, but I just don't want to be, you know, like giving you a headache. Okay. So let's see. Bo, it is a good collective energy, us all together. I agree wholeheartedly about that. A really nice energy to, especially when you participate like this, when you ask me questions, I feel, I don't know, I feel like there's a purpose to my drawing that I otherwise sometimes would, you know, lose track of. I mean, I draw for the sake of drawing all the time, but being able to share this moment, really. Okay, a couple of questions here. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay, okay. I'm gonna speak a little more loudly. I'm sorry, maybe I'm like sinking back into my meditative state, you know, and my voice gets quiet. That's not good. So thank you for reminding me. Do I follow gravity lines with your lines, or does it matter the direction of your lines? I turned the page, Kim, because I like those lines to be formed from away to close to me, away to close, so this way. And for me to keep that comfort, I sometimes have to flip so that the lines are always going in that direction. I hope that makes sense. And Jenny, some of my favorite Procreate brushes for cross-hatching, you know, lately I've been using the Elder Sketcherman. This is part of a package by Georg from Germany. Um, oh, you know what? I should send this. I'm gonna make a note. DM Jenny. Jenny, I'm gonna send you the link on Instagram for his brushes for $15, which is what I paid. You get a huge amount of brushes that I have not even started to explore all. I'm only like limiting myself to a couple, and they're amazing. So I'm going to send you the link, and I'll tell you which ones I use the most. Okay, okay. You got progressive lenses. Maybe this is the direction in which I'm going. The whole progressive lenses thing. Okay, and Megan, you're saying that fountain pen was a bad idea. I am so sorry. Oh no. Okay. Um, Jessica, I am too in a pretty zen place, and I gotta tell you, it's not because of my accent, because I don't want to believe that I have one, but apparently I do. Um, no matter how hard I try to not have that accent, because I really can't stand it. Because I don't hear it anymore. I don't hear myself, which is probably for the best. But I have to say, yes, I think that's why my voice has lowered, because I felt that I was really in a nice Zenish place. Okay. Sarmed, you have such a good question. I just eye it, and I know there are ways to do this much better by gridding your paper. I'm just not doing that because I never do. But it's really eyeing it, you know. You just see, oh, if the eyes are here, you have about this distance from here and there. And guys, I'm far from being done, clearly. But I'm gonna continue this, and I am going to post. And please don't feel pressured to finish yours before you post. I want you to know that it was this moment that really mattered. It's not the completed product that does to me, even though of course it's nice to reach a sense of completion. But for me, drawing really is not about completing something. It's about, okay, what did I learn when I did this? And sometimes that does not require completion. In fact, it rarely does. There is a lot more to go here, huh? Definitely. Okay, oh, this nose, look at this. This is glorious. You know, cross-hatching being layering like this. I'm layering right now. And avoiding, Dana, here we go again, avoiding to make a stark move here, because things are very blurry. This is not a very sharp image, right? So because of that, I'm blurring by blending this way. You see? Okay, let's add some very dark lines here. What do you say? Oop. Sometimes the big pen is not quite dry. And I smear. Oh, I've done that. I've done that before. Okay, guys, this is gonna come to an end for now. Keep in mind that I'm doing this again next week. This is gonna be a different drawing because I really would like to try something else. Ooh, let's see, Cynthia, you have an interesting question. This line you're on kind of goes out more than going in. Can you attack a line that goes in, more like the next line in closer to the nose? I'm not sure I'm getting it. And Nina Van Houten, I am going to also send you this link. You know what? I'll put it on Sketchy Art School as well. Okay, I'll put the link on Sketchy Art School. Okay, yes. Got to go, Michelle. Bye, Michelle. Thank you so much for this class. Oh, you know, it's only been a little drawing session. Thank you, Sylvie, really. Yes, and Robert, you are absolutely right. This is exactly what I'm going to do. You're absolutely right. I am going to put the link in Sketchy Art School. Okay, I think, you guys, that I'm going to stop here, even though I'm kind of itching to finish this little part of the nose. So, I'm sorry, Cynthia, if I didn't quite get the question. Maybe we can talk about this some more on Sketchy Art School. That would be good. Okay. All right, guys, so we've got this so far. I mean, that's what I have. I'm going to take a photo. In fact, I'm going to take it now, right in front of you. And I'm going to show you this on Sketchy Art School. And then I'll show you the one that I do once it's finished. So what do you say? Boom, photo taken. And let's meet again. Let's meet again next week. Let's meet on Sketchy Art School. Join the group. It's called Drawing with France. It's on Sketchy Art School. It's free. And that way you can post your work. Elsa, do it too. I'd love for you to do it. And next week we're doing this again for free. If you want to take a class on Sketchy Art School with me, look at the link underneath. It will take you to my classes. You buy a class and then you get one for free. So it's time to spend some time at home and maybe learn different things. Nathan, thank you. So when you post on Sketchy Art School, post whatever you have or your finished product later. I'm going to be checking Sketchy Art School this whole week, so don't hesitate to post, okay? Okay, the discount, Sarmed, let me see how you can apply the discount. Let's see if Sketchy has an answer for this. I am trying to buy one, get one free. How do I apply the discount? Sketchy, do you have an answer to this? Okay, Jessica, see you next week. Rebecca, same time next week, absolutely. Esther, thank you. Really, I'm so glad that you guys were able to enjoy this, even though clearly this is super limited. This is about all I can come up with in about 50 minutes of drawing. And you know what? This hour, Gunhild, I totally agree with you. This is an hour that we spent doing what we love doing, putting aside all the worries and, if you're like me, the anxieties, and really just focusing on being together, drawing, learning something. Boy, did I learn something today. Definitely learned that I should move it a little faster. So please post. And Jamie, to answer your question, no, next week I'm gonna do another one. I think I'd like to do something in pencil next week to vary things a little bit. And then the week after that, we'll see. Maybe I'll get back to pen, but I'm gonna finish this in my own time. Maybe I'll film some of it. How about that? And post this on Sketchy Art School. Okay. I'm so glad we did this. This is, guys, this is as much for me as it is for you. I hope you realize this, right? This has been, um, I want to say, necessary. Sketchy, thank you for posting this. There is a discount code in the field. Just enter France Bogo in that field. Okay, guys, what do you say? Should we call it a day for now? And next week, March 28th, we're going to be together again. I hope you can make it. I hope you bring whatever material you're most comfortable with. I love the fact that some of you did this on Procreate. I'm so looking forward to seeing what you post. I'm going to post this as it is, and then I'll come back on Sketchy Art School and post the finished product, because why not? Again, finishing is not my goal, but um, sometimes it's better to finish it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm going to say goodbye now. Um, I can't believe how many people were here today. This is so cool. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Post what you drew, Drawing with France in Sketchy Art School. It's free. And this next one will be free also, this next drawing and Q&A. So please join, post, and take any class you want. Buy one, get one free. France BOGO on Sketchy Art School. Okay, guys. I'll see you soon, okay? I'll see you next week. And have a good week. Stay safe. We're all trying to stay safe and sane, okay? All right. Bye, everybody. Let's do this again next week. Ciao. Mwah. Thank you.